I still can't believe what that Almadria did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it. I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Danan mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Danan?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Looks like we made it here in one piece. Did we really just spend that much money? I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hoodle. I don't know what to do.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
little. Let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim.
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us, but nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renins and Danins do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renins I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danins backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cislodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its lake of death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Finally, some open space again.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah, the biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it, in which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out. Bring them down!
Lunar corruption! Lunar flares report!
I'll put that gun in your hand! Shoot!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dragon swarm! Dragon shout! Far enough!
Lightning orb!
Dragon swarm! Here and now! Can't get out of this! Super swallow gas! Flush! Blow away!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
No backing down! Dragon Lord! Burn it up! Dragon Swarm!
Now!
Take down the...
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'm on a roll now!
Lightning orb! More lightning orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Now! Back into the forest!
Take this!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! We can... Huh?
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving. Get lost!
Dragon Swarm! Armor won't save you!
Burning Feel!
Super Swallow Dance!
Here's the evil!
Take this! Hurricane!
These ones can never fit around us! Do it!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Searing Flame! Reload!
No further! Leave the charges to me! Eat this!
Do it! Condense! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
A comfortable win.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch!
I'm hit!
Mega Ray!
You think that shield will save you?
Engage! You picked the wrong fight!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Fire it up! It's almost too strong! Be like it!
Not on my watch! Here, let me
Dragon Swarm!
Get toasty!
Bird Strike! Looks like we won.
No backing down!
Dragon Swarm! I see one, eh?
Now you see what I can do!
My shield! While it's wheeling!
Take it down!
In a vine?
We're not finished!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Dragon Swarm! All Dragon Swarm! It's all!
Now!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
With this, I can become even stronger.
No choice! You Dragon Spirit! Crumble!
In here!
Anything you offer is
I will show you any mercy!
Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Lightning and dive! Here!
Super Swallow Dance! Wind! Hurricane!
Eagle!
I'm just getting started!
This one's mine! Do it, Colleen!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Barely a blip on our radar. Let's dispose of the trap.
I can carve through walls!
My field!
Dance in the wind! They really don't give up, do they? Astral energy!
Say no more! It's on! Dragon Swarm!
Now!
Hey! Blow them away!
Seems about right to me. Hi, Hoodle!
Dragon Swarm! Stop that!
Healing dance!
You picked the wrong fight!
A showdown between blade and
Finish! Got you now!
Go for it!
prepare to crumble!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Come quietly!
Whirlwind snap! It's go time!
Raging Cascade!
I can carve through armor!
Mega Breath!
Dragon Swarm!
Eat this!
Lightning Condemned!
Come quietly!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
I can handle it! Can't get out of this!
Here! More for the stockpile!
It's on! Eat this! I'll teach you! Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
What did you do?
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Way. Dragon form! Where are you going?
Raging Cascade!
Now you see what I can do! Dust to dust!
In here!
Dragon form! Hurricane! Quiver going! Demon's descent! Flashing fang! Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Radiant!
Explosive ring!
Water! Hear my call!
Now or never! I'm on! What takes this?
Freeze Lancer!
I can handle it! Hey! Blow them away!
Raging Cascade! Brett!
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
Don't get complacent.
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Go no further!
Stop dragon form!
Flame!
No shield can stand up to these things! Ignite! Dragon form! Got fire!
Let a marksman handle it! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Now! Hear my call!
Dragon form!
Laser spear! Lightning possess!
Dragon form!
The enemy wields us too.
You'll soon see about that!
Dragon form!
Do you require help?
Don't resist!
Laser spear!
No further!
Lightning possess! Marksman handle it! This one's mine!
Not today! Dragon form!
Raging Cascade!
Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Here and now!
Here,
Airdrop!
Talon Hurricane! Eagle Tank! Dragon form!
Lightning orb!
Warblade! Coming here!
Here's the Raging Cascade! Here, let me go!
Now I'm real mad! Dragon form!
Dance in the wind! Radiant! Here, I'll be saving
Now or never.
Super Swallow Dance! No further!
Into the shadows!
Die!
Nothing gets by me. Denied.
Talon Hurricane! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I felt better, that's for sure.
Forgive you!
Dragon form! Pistol!
Eat this!
Burn! Dragon form!
It's a duel of the arts!
airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Dragon
Anything in armor is all mine. This one's mine.
An astral
Do it.
art?
That's my get toasty.
Bird strike! Win! I'll tear you apart! Win!
This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm! Prepare to be sealed!
I'll heal you all.
This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Xion.
Get lost.
Dragon Swarm! Watch it!
Sleep now.
Dragon Swarm!
Deny. Move. You'll pay for what you did. I'll heal you all.
Dragon Swarm!
Thunderblade.
Not today! Dragon Swarm! Here and now!
Mega Ray. Lightning. Downfall.
You're mine!
See what happened there as you crossed me.
I'm not
Should have
done.
done that.
You're finished!
Heal you all.
Dragon Swarm! I owe you one.
Sleep now.
Swallow Blade! Try this! I owe you one.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'm ready. More where that came from.
Dragon Swarm!
Solo dance!
Chinese
Dragon Swarm!
First, the left Arcade waterfall.
Explosive ring!
Freeze Lancer. Lightning. Downfall.
All good things come to an end.
Searing Flash.
Nothing gets by me.
It's on!
In a bind,
Dragon Swarm!
Talent Storm!
Burn!
Chinese Supernova.
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Fire. It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming Wildfire. I'll heal you all.
Anything in armor is all mine. Armor won't save you.
Explosive ring!
Raging Cascade.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Try harder! Dragon Swarm!
I really owe you one.
Talon Hurricane! Try this! Explosive ring!
You alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay. Freaking does it!
Healing Circle.
That's
The earth throbs in
Like
pain.
astral energy.
in a bind.
Raging
Dragon
Hurricane.
Swarm!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! I'll run you
Now,
down!
watch and weep.
Look! Hey! Blow them away!
These bad guys really don't mess around.
This'll make us even more formidable.
friend, Toodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
It's on!
I never miss! You'll have no mercy!
You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Fire support!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang! Hold back! I can carve I'll finish you here and now!
More for the stockpile!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
Looks like some solid equipment.
I see one, eh?
Here's evil!
I'm on! Whirlwind Dragon Swarm! Swallow Dance!
Chinese Supernova! Raging Hurricane! And here!
We got flyers!
I've got this!
It's
Let him mark
strong.
the handle!
Then I'll split it open! Be my guest!
Who wants to die?
We're not ready!
Lunar Corruption!
Get out of this! Talon Hurricane!
Lightning Orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle
Drive!
Here's evil! Lightning Condenser! Thunderblade! I'll heal you all!
Hurricane! Easter! Tornado Strike!
Healing Circle!
Eagle Dragon Swarm!
Shattering Outlet!
Pieces! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Go no further!
Dragon Swarm! I can carve through the wall! My shield! Swallow Dance! Dragon Swarm! We're not ready!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Shield cut!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Stop!
Lightning
Dragon Swarm! We did it! Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going?
Explosive Ring! Risen Dragon Swarm!
You require a hand.
Explosive Ring!
I felt fine not too long ago.
Ignite! You won't make a fool of me!
Take this!
I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray!
Hurricane! Try this! Explosive Ring!
Armor won't save you!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll
teach you right.
Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Could Could have been worse.
Hey, look at that enemy. It's
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret things. I'm on it.
Not on my watch!
I'll tear you apart. Watch it. Try to handle it. Far enough. Throw a sword.
I can't heal you forever!
This one's all mine. I really owe you.
We're not finished!
10 pack. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Sword! Prepare to be seized! Go away! Take this! Dragon Sword!
Water, hear my call!
Redwell, astral energy! Full throttle!
Swallow dance! Dragon Sword!
More for the top!
Laser spear, pierce
Do it! Xion, astral energy! Full throttle!
I lack the energy for healing arts.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I never miss!
Shattering!
My astral energy! Lightning condensed!
I'll smash you!
Thunder blade!
Try this!
Searing blade!
Piston!
Swallow
Dragon Sword!
Ready to go! Reload! Here!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
And you picked the wrong fight! It's time! Listen, tear! We did it! Dragon Sword!
Hit! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
I need to be stronger. I won't forgive you!
Confiscated!
Damn it!
Denied!
Glimmer
Lightning orb!
Can't get out of this!
Damn it, finish!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
Lunar Blade! Supernova!
Infernal Torrent!
Great Spear! Here's a healing!
Pistons! Any more of this and I'll burn out! Burn!
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Bring him down! My steel
Mega Ray! Sleep now!
Glimmer Dragon! Mow him down!
Steel!
We're not finished! Engaging!
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle! Purge malevolence! On stage! Mega Ray! Your dreams! Back into the
Prepare to be
world!
sealed! Hey! Blow them away!
Everyone hanging in there?
What's this thing?
armor's too strong. Then I'll split it open. Be my guest. Armor won't save you. Right deal.
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There's always room for improvement.
Finally, some open space again.
Good food is the best kind of magic. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.